the bright kids who compensate for a long time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, their strategies, because they're in these prestigious schools in the Bay Area, or maybe they go off to a prestigious college, the strategies they were using to mask their really underlying difficulties aren't working anymore. So these were the kids that were maybe staying up all night to get their homework done, and then they go to school and they're getting the A's because it's done, and it's done really, really well.
Right. Or
they can't pay attention in class, and so they are scrambling to read everything in their textbooks to make up for what they missed in class, right? Well, it gets to the point that that doesn't work anymore, and then their grades start to slip, and then they come home and they're crying and they're really overwhelmed. They've held it together all day at school, so school people may not even realize they're having difficulties. But I think some of the things that I have seen is, here's an example. The careless errors that have dinged students who have worked very, very, very hard and who are very bright, but when they go to do math, they miss the second step of the math problem. They add instead of subtract. They misread the directions on a written assignment and a test, and they get partial credit. They forgot to turn in their work. And with intervention and training, those things, which seemingly small things that add up, start to get chipped away at.
Yeah.
And grades start to turn, and work starts to be completed more efficiently and faster. Or the child who was coming home crying every day, there's less tears, and the child comes home and says to their parent, it's actually not that bad. I only have 4 things, and sits down at the kitchen table and jams through the homework. And the parent may say, ooh, that sounds like a lot. And the child retorts, now who's the one getting all overwhelmed?
Right.
Or the stories of the kids who started to retract and withdraw from their parents, and the parents would say, they're not talking to us anymore. I asked them how their day is. They gave me these short answers. We're riding along in the car, and I can't create conversation with my kid. And all of a sudden, the parent starts to say, we're having conversations in the rides to and from school now.
Right.
So sometimes when things are going the way they're supposed to, we don't notice these struggles. But when things like conversations are missing, then it becomes notable.